how I went from being a vegan, a fake vegan, to a vegan. Now I am doing Veganuary at the moment because I've been trying to do a plant-based diet for many years. I'm a lifelong vegetarian, so it's not been as hard for me. But there are ways in which I have gone full vegan now finally, and it is about gradual steps. So if you're thinking about doing Veganuary or going vegan, and honestly, not only is it great for the environment, the world, but also for our own health and well-being, I would highly recommend it. I've decided to go full vegan because actually it encourages me to use nutrient-rich food, so plant-based food that is as kind of like freshly produced as possible. Now we're all perfectly imperfect, and that's the thing when we kind of go, I'm just going to go full vegan as I thought I could do just straight away, and then we didn't even realise what was in foods. And I try not to check every label so I don't get obsessed with label checking, but actually just being more conscious about what we wear, what we eat can really help. So I buy a lot of my clothes from charity shops because at least I know that whilst I'm a shopaholic and I'm perfectly imperfect, that I can always give it back to charity, or that it's already been worn a few times and I just wash it so it's nice and clean. And yeah, there are always things, like washing machines aren't great for the environment either. But it's about going on this journey, and this is what I say with well-being, our weird and wonderful journey, because it's about gradual steps. It's not being this ultimate well-being warrior, this finished project. It's actually just that journey together. I've also found with a plant-based diet, just looking at changing one meal a week, if you do go from eating meat, or one day having plant-based, and then eventually you start to reap the benefits and the rewards, and you start to see how much kind of bad stuff is in a lot of the kind of meat produce, but also you can get junk vegan food. So if you do want junk food, you can get junk vegan food, which is also very unhealthy, but at the same time, at least you know the impact isn't as bad on the planet and the environment. So it's about doing what works for you. It's not about just going whole hog and trying to be perfect. It's a gradual process. That's why I even need to start to look at what I wear, what I buy, just not even just food wise, whereas I've been looking at food, because I've had so many issues with my own gut health that I've time and time again people have told me plant-based diet has really helped them, so that's why I'm trying to eat more naturally now and more consciously. But it's about just being more consciously and mindful how we eat and what we consume. So I'd love to know any tips that you've got. It also doesn't have to be too expensive and cost the world either. This is the kind of myth, we think that we have to buy all these kind of like really expensive products. Yes, sometimes I still think things should be reduced more if they're plant-based, but there are so many things that we can use, whether it be your junk food projects where you're buying stuff, surplus projects, or in the UK we've got Jack Fulton's or the markets that do kind of discounted produce or fresh produce. If possible, shop local. It's not always possible, I know, but again, it's just about working out what's right for you and your health and well-being. And it's not just taking away things. This is what I always say, it's about adding things into your diet, into your life. It's not about just extraction. It's about, okay, what can we feed in so this is more of a plant-based meal? What can we feed in so this is maybe just more naturally grown, naturally sourced? We're all perfectly imperfect. So just don't beat yourself up about it. It's just a gradual process. I'd love to know your stories and whether you're trying Veganuary or not. Sending you so much peace, so much love, and so many shimmies.